Dude. I see you eyeing that flyer. I know exactly what you're thinking, and, yeah. No. You're wrong. This band is even cooler than that! Twice as. No, 3 times as cool. I mean, I should know. I'm the bassist and all. It's no big deal. Except for the fact that the whole band would be totally lost without me. Maybe only play bass in the background, but like, isn't that gig the total dream? I could totally be the lead singer if I wanted to, but like, who needs all that attention, right? It just screams issues. You know, when the lead isn't actually screaming about all her issues. Total drama queen. But you know, we do need someone else. Someone with that particular it factor to really help send us to the big time. And I don't just say this to anyone, but like, you have that particular it factor to you. I gotta be real. Something about you that just screams you're a star, and that everyone else has to know it too. It's fine. I like it. It's real. Piping hot. It amuses me. That's enough, ain't it? So, what do you play? Well, come on. You gotta play something. You got music in your soul. I just know it. Trust me, I'm never wrong about these kinds of things. And I refuse to be wrong about you. So, what do you play? A trickster. I see. You want me to guess? Good to know the band will have a jokester on the roster because, let me tell ya, Rosie tends to be a little humorless, but with all the drama, I just mentioned that. It'll really balance out our humors if we have someone more sanguine to spice it up a scooch. Besides, not playing music at all? Literally unheard of. Like nobody's ever banged on a piano before or blew through a recorder. You can't just play nothing because then you couldn't join our band. And I've established you're literally our it factor. If we're going to get literally anywhere, we need you. And you need to play something. Seriously. Nothing? No musical experience at all? Not even strumming a guitar? Not even karaoke? Okay, look, none of my examples have been skill-based per se, but they do speak to one thing. And that is your ability to have a good fucking time. Walk with me. You heard me. Walk with me. Whatever, right? There's a lot of good bands out there. Lots of good independent acts that walk the stage with technical skill and merit and the ability to play in a cohesive group, kicking ass, taking names, fucking blood, whatever, but what they tend to lack most of all is a memorable stage presence. People remember Gerard Way talking about applying eyeliner in truck stop bathrooms and wearing little cheerleader outfits while he sings about how his mommy should have raised a baby girl and he should have been a better son, but who the fuck remembers the opening act to any of those shows? Let alone the guy standing behind him. I think one of them's named Frank. Imagine trying to be in an alternative emo rock band and still rocking the name Frank. You could be anybody, and you choose to be Frank! Actually, that might be more hardcore than anything. But anyways, Gerard Way is the it factor. How can he not be? Comic artist and rock star and looks bitching in the dress? Total package! I just happen to think that you could be our it factor. You got something just brimming underneath the surface. You think nobody's seen it because when you don't know what you're looking for, it can be hard to find, but I see it. I see something special. So sue me if it's so wrong for me to hope for that specialness for myself. Is that really as wrong as so many people make it sound like it is? There are so many who long for something so innate. That it factor, that star power, X factor. They covet with the intent to keep all to themselves. At the very least, I covet with the intent for your latent capabilities to be tapped into and shared with the world. I believe your talent, your true talent, is that you draw the eye. People want to look at you. You don't want them to. It's why you go out of your way to be drab and boring like this. I probably wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't turned your head, but the minute I did, I found I couldn't take my eyes off of you. I mean, don't you find that curious? But the minute I did, I found I couldn't take my eyes off of you. Don't you find that curious? I mean, I don't mean to brag, but I have very discerning taste. I'd never look twice at a normie like you, and I mean, you probably throw the cranberry zombie on a Halloween playlist like it isn't about the Irish Republican Army. Not like Rosie, of course, the fucking poser. What I'm saying here is, if you're capable of captivating me, who else could you ensnare in your labyrinth? I'd like to find out. Hey, wait! Look. The stuff I do, it ain't raw talent. I wasn't kicking it up a notch in the womb or anything. Learning bass took time, effort, grit, a pure love for what I was doing, and a whole fucking ton of terrible little finger calluses, but you can't buy that spark. You can learn a flicker by teaching yourself to be more charismatic, more charming, and you kind of have to teach yourself. Anybody who says they can teach it to you are usually scummier than the stuff you'd send down the garbage disposal, but you can't buy that kind of spark. Those shining eyes, that whisper of a grin I hope to see grow wider and wider by the day. Let me put it this way. If Jimi fucking Hendrix, looked like your dad, or that one guy at the grocery store, or some guy at the comic book shop who never learned what that weird bar of wax in his shower was for, then it'd be a novelty that he could play his guitar upside down. Not the kind of thing that he would get a chord named after him for. Of course, he was really good, obviously. Jimi fucking Hendrix, after all, but, you know, with a few of those 8 to 12 hour practice sessions, I'm sure there could be something interesting there. You're one of those special cases where talent can come second. I'm sorry, but in my mind, it'd be basically a crime to let you walk out of my life when you cut a face like that. I mean, if I'm charmed, who wouldn't be? Besides, I know a great way to test those pipes of yours, and who knows? Maybe Rosie'll be in the chorus if I can figure out how to make you sing so sweet.